When I tell y'all I ain't never been in jail, I ain't never did no drugs, I ain't did nothing wrong. I mean, she ain't never been to jail, she ain't never did nothing wrong.
The entire situation was kind of weird because, girl, we can clearly hear it's you. Like, you have a distinguishable voice.
I'm sorry, call me a hater, but Claressa does not have it all there. Calling into a live stream, pretending to be somebody else to defend her name is sick.
Okay, listen up. Somebody really needs to sit Claressa Shields down for a serious, no-filter therapy talk because people are trying to figure out what's really going on in her head right now. The internet has been buzzing nonstop, and lately there's been a flood of text rumors circling around Claressa Shields and even Papoose, and it's getting messy fast. It first popped off when reports claimed, allegedly, that Papoose was hit with around $400,000 in unpaid taxes, and that alone had people talking wild. Then just days later, more paperwork surfaced, and this time it pointed straight at Claressa Shields with claims that she allegedly owes about $100,000 in taxes too. That's when things really started heating up. A YouTube channel called Hood Champion Boxing and Sports jumped on the story and went live, breaking down the whole situation and laying out the tax claims step by step. During that live stream, callers were allowed to chime in, and one woman called in riding hard for Claressa Shields. She made it very clear that she supposedly knows Claressa personally and said every single accusation floating around was a straight up lie. But here's where it gets crazy. The caller herself was allegedly Claressa Shields, and yes, that's being said very carefully, allegedly.
It's not about different opinion, it's about facts. You guys aren't putting out any facts. You guys are lying. You're lying on her name 24/7.
Okay.
24/7.
Give the facts.
She doesn't owe any money in taxes.
So the person who came out, the person who did that video and has that document floating around, that's a false document.
Very, very false. I know Claressa myself, so therefore, no, it's not true. Secondly, you are talking about that her image is destroyed. How are you guys on this live, the girl you had just before, the saying that, oh, she only made $8 million, like $8 million is not a lot of money. And she has the most lucrative boxing deal in women's boxing. When do we start doing this stuff?
Claressa, come on now. Everybody already knows that was you on the line. No debate about it. The voice gave it away instantly, and there was zero effort to switch it up, mask it, or even play it low key. People recognize tone, rhythm, and energy, especially when someone has been in the spotlight for years. Acting like nobody would clock that is wild behavior, and that's just the truth. A lot of folks need to stop thinking the public is slow or clueless, because that mindset will get you caught every single time. People are sharp, observant, and online communities move fast. Once something hits social media, it's out of your hands. Folks can connect dots, match voices, pull timelines, and figure things out in minutes, not days. The internet doesn't sleep, and it definitely doesn't forget. That's why putting anything risky online is always a gamble. When you bring drama to public platforms, people can look up records, past interviews, old clips, and even patterns in how someone talks. Nothing is really private once it goes digital, and that's the part that keeps getting ignored. Underestimating people's intelligence is how situations spiral out of control fast. What really makes this confusing is trying to understand why this even seemed like a smart move in the first place. Jumping into a live call, pretending to be someone else, knowing how famous you are, just doesn't add up. It creates more questions than answers and makes the whole situation look messy for no reason. That decision alone had people scratching their heads hard. Claressa Shields needs to pause and remember exactly who she is. This isn't just anybody we're talking about. This is a top-tier athlete, a history maker, the face of women's boxing. She's the GOAT, period. On some real talk, she moves like boxing royalty, the same way Beyonce moves in music. That level of status comes with eyes watching every move. When someone at that level starts moving reckless online, it throws people off. Fans expect discipline, confidence, and leadership, not internet slip-ups that spark more rumors. The spotlight is unforgiving, and every move hits 10 times harder when you're that famous. Now people are stuck asking real questions. Why call in at all? Why act like nobody would recognize the voice? Why add fuel to an already loud situation? None of it makes sense, and that's why folks are talking heavy right now. So what's the take here? Do people think this was just a bad judgment call or something deeper going on behind the scenes? Do you believe Claressa Shields really thought she wouldn't be recognized, or was it all impulsive? Drop thoughts in the comments and say what you think happened.